Welcome, welcome everyone. Seems like we were just here, my dear.
I
Just a
know.
couple
I
days.
was just saying that, and for some reason, my Instagram. There we go. I was like, why is Instagram not going live? But it did. There we go. Well,
Mine's slow.
hi.
Mine's slow too, so hey, it is what it is. There we got. All right. If it isn't one
Well,
thing, it's another with our technology.
I know this started Saturday morning and it has continued. It's so funny. But how was your Monday?
It's a Monday, but you know what? We're here and excited for our guest.
We are. First, I want to say hello to our streaming to our three Facebook pages, our two Instagram pages, Twitch. And then we will upload this to iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Oh, and I forgot Rumble. Yes, we're streaming to Rumble too. So, anyway, welcome everyone.
Welcome all friends that are listening and watching us. We appreciate you, and I know I told several earlier this afternoon that we had a guest tonight because many of us first met this guest. Bring it on. Many of us first met our guest that we have coming on tonight at KetoCon this year. It was kind of an overwhelming event, but to say that she stood out to us was an understatement. So,
Yeah.
without further ado, she definitely aligns with our Beyond Nutrition community, everything that we practice, and just the aspect of her whole story and why she started. So, without further, welcome, Jennifer, with Mother Folk Hair. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Awesome. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Thanks
So,
for having me.
absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, many of us first met you this year. Some have maybe known you a little bit longer. I know I talked to some that were saying, "Oh yeah, I ordered her sunscreen to go on my cruise earlier," and so they were pretty excited. But why don't you give us a little bit of your story, a little bit of your background, and how you created the company that we are discussing?
Yeah, for sure. So my name's Jennifer. I'm from just outside Austin, Texas, out in the country. I'm 18 years old, and I first got interested in this when I kind of started to figure out what was in our food and just the foods they were feeding us, like at school, and just pretty much everything in the store. I started reading the ingredients, and I just couldn't believe what was in it. So we pretty much started eating an animal-based diet, and after that I started looking into like our deodorants, detergents, everything in our house, and I was just like amazed. I couldn't believe like we basically don't know anything we're putting on our body. So I started like experimenting. I made deodorant for us first. It did not go good the first couple times. Actually, the first 20 times basically. But with a lot of experimenting and different recipes and all kinds of stuff, I developed my line of products. And I also had eczema, so I used tallow for the first time after trying a bunch of normal medicines that don't work and are also not good for you. So tallow completely cured my eczema, no more, and I basically developed the rest of the line from there.
So where do you end up and source your tallow? I mean, is it something that how did this all kind of come about, right? It's not something that people will typically just have tallow sitting around and think, "Oh, I'm going to end up and use this." How did the idea of more of a animal-based, clean living, clean eating, clean product come about?
Yeah, so I actually first bought tallow from a different company, and I liked it, but it kind of smelled weird, and the consistency was a little bit weird. So I wanted to try to make my own because it did work. It just was like not my favorite kind of product to use. So I actually just bought tallow from the store from the brand Epic, which I now know is not a great brand. um, but I started getting it from a local guy here. That he has Wagyu grass fed cattle. So I started getting the fat from him and then eventually just tallow in bulk buckets.
Awesome. And so all of this is made, you said deodorant, sunscreen, all of it is made. Here is a picture of all of the products you have, right? You've done several shows, you've had multiple booths. And so how do you create it? What is actually going into it? Is it just tallow and essential oils? What is kind of your process, and you just make it in your home?
Yes, so we basically renovated our entire guest house into my warehouse, which I'm now working on getting into an actual bigger space for my increased amount of demand. But yeah, so it's basically all the all the formulas are all different for all the different products. But um, say like the body butter, I basically the tallow. I have the tallow rendered in a bowl, and I melt it, and then say like add the all extra organic extra virgin olive oil, pure beeswax, a little bit of raw shea butter, and then once it cools, then I add the raw Texas wildflower honey, and then essential oils for the scented ones and not for the unscented. And then deodorant's basically the same thing, just tallow, and then add the clay and the beeswax and all that, melt it all down, mix it up good, and then fill all the tubes, which the tubes of the tallow deodorant are 100% biodegradable. So um, that's one thing people like, that when they're done, they can just throw it in the compost or wherever they want.
Yeah, and when we talk about, the clean ingredients, not only like you just said, do you go into the aspect of conveniently packaging it in, something that isn't going to just sit around or fill up our landfills? So you've gone even to that extent, but just the ingredients, because many people don't realize when they're using standard deodorants or using, fragrances, even what it's doing to their health and what it's doing to their body. And so having something like you said that just has clay, coconut oil, arrowroot powder, this natural whole clean formula. Now, is your deodorant just, you don't have any essential oils or anything in that, right? It's just the basic ingredients.
The deodorant does have a little bit of frankincense and tea tree,
Okay.
but yeah, they're organic and it's actually not that much, not as much as the other products. So just a little bit of scent, but it kind of smells like naturally coconutty. So, and yeah, like you said, people don't really understand when they're putting stuff on their arms, especially like super absorbent parts of their body, like like deodorant put in your armpits, and it's if people understood what you put on your body, like the ingredients, how deep they actually go into your body, I think more people would be aware of what they're actually doing.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing, right? Our skin is our largest organ of the body. And so anything that we always are conscious of what we're putting in our mouth, but not necessarily on our skin. From, the lotions, the shampoos, all of that. So which of the products, was it just plain tallow that cleared up your eczema? And how did that go? I mean, were you eating pretty normal and still just use the tallow? Or I know you said clean, obviously, we all kind of eat clean, right? But there wasn't anything specific wise. I mean, you didn't go like just beef, right? Or how'd that kind of go?
So yeah, I used my formula that I made, which was at the time it was just tallow and honey and extra virgin olive oil, and then it started to kind of go away, and then I finished my like exact formula that I have now, and it like completely cleared it. But yeah, during that time, I also pretty much, I mean, I have now, I like don't eat any seed oils anymore, but at the time, I was still eating like I was like aware of seed oils, but I didn't hadn't completely cut them out of my diet. So I started using tallow and I started eating cleaner, but not as clean as I eat now. But yeah, I've never had eczema again in that spot, and I don't even really put tallow there anymore. So
It's amazing. It's amazing how just that simple change has completely um alleviated it, right? And it's not something that many people would think, right? Many people are going to end up and go to the pharmacy and get over the counter or even prescription, going to dermatologists and getting creams and all sorts of stuff. I know we dealt with that with my oldest son when he was in high school. That's kind of what started me on my journey too. And that's where I kind of, aligned and was really passionate about your story, because my oldest son was about your age, well, a little bit younger, when we come upon his skin condition and looked at natural products to help. And we did the whole pharmacy route. None of it worked, but yet just simply some essential oils and homemade cream, basically, right? Fixed it. And it's like, okay, there's something to all of this. So was this part of a school project that you started the company? Because I know some schools have like entrepreneur type thing. Like our school has like freeze dried foods. They have plants. Was this part of school or just something that, hey, this worked for me, I want to see where it can go?
Yeah, so I've done online school my entire 4 years of high school plus 7th and 8th grade. So I went to public school through 6th grade. So no, it wasn't a school project. And my school was pretty much just get done what I need to get done so I can play tennis. But I started using it and I started just like sharing it with like friends and stuff. Especially the body butter and the lip balm. And then once the deodorant, once I got the recipe right and it started really working, we gave it to friends and stuff, and they were like, oh my gosh, like I've never tried a natural deodorant that works this well. Like you should try to sell it, or you should try to make it available to like more people. So I went to my local farmers market where we get our raw milk and all that stuff, and I talked to the lady who runs it, and I was like, I have this idea, like, would it be possible for me to get a booth? And at that time, I had like absolutely no idea what I was doing. But I set up my booth for the first time, and the first day was like my goal was to sell one thing, like that's all I wanted to do, and it like completely like blew up. People were like, "Oh, I've been looking for this," and then the second week that I went back was pretty much everyone I talked to the first week, like, "I need more, I wanna try this, I wanna try this," and then every time after that, it's just been like, "I heard about this, and I've always wanted to try tallow," and then, like, "I've heard your deodorant actually works," and it's just, like, kind of the word of mouth in our area got it going, and then, I was able to get into KetoCon and build my online store, so
Which is amazing. Because I know you met, like Sean Baker, a lot of the bigger names, right? The bigger influencers in regards of the carnivore based. And like you said, it's hard. There's a lot of companies out there on, various small business type platforms, but they don't always have clean ingredients. They're either adding, something into it. And so I did put the link in the chat, but also, during this live, or I don't know how long you have it going necessarily, you said that there's a discount code that those that are watching can also use. So you want to share that with the followers?
yeah, so definitely use the link that she posted, and then if you use the code FREESHIP24, so just FREESHIP 24, it'll give you free shipping on your order also. So double benefit.
Awesome. That's wonderful. And so the line expanded. You did the deodorant, you did the cream, you have a sunscreen. You've now also branched into household products. So
Yeah.
dishwasher, laundry. I know you had a foaming soap.
Mhm.
And this is all just you creating these products.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing. I don't know how you managed to have time for school, tennis, and creating all these products.
Me neither. It's pretty fun though. I love it.
Oh, and lip balm. You do have the lip balm too. Don't
Yes.
forget all the products there. But
Yes.
and that again, that's the other thing, right? Where people don't look at also what they're using as far as laundry detergent. I know Sherry and I have this conversation a lot because her husband is sensitive to fragrances. And so we're always discussing the fact of, what what to use, what to do. We've both, at various times in our life, made laundry detergent, right? We've done the powder, and it's time consuming, but you've got this all packaged up and ready to go where people wouldn't have to use that much. It's an unscented, so no one has to worry about fragrances, but again, it's 100% natural too. So
yes, and I also have one that is scented, but it's also just organic essential oils, but yeah, well, unscented and scented. So
awesome.
And that's huge. Like Becky said, my husband is, even essential oils, he cannot handle smells. It really gets to his sinuses and stuff. And I'm sure you hear that a lot doing your shows. Yeah. And so that's a huge plus for people like him. I mean, I don't know. I don't even burn candles. Like I quit. I threw those out like, I don't know, 20 years ago, but
my dad's the same way. He can't handle any type of fragrance in our house. So get that out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I mean, instant migraine headaches. I mean, it's pretty severe. So even simple things like a clean deodorant for him and for, myself, because even if I use something like I'll sneak an essential oil to use and he'll nail me. He's like, what is that smells, and I get it. I mean, he definitely has a sensitivity to that, but I think that's what impressed me the most when I met you at Hack Your Health KetoCon was the products that you had. It was like, oh my goodness, this is right up the alley, my alley of what we need. Plus too, the skin is the largest organ in the body, so what you're doing to it is just amazing. And so are you gonna branch out and do you have things in the works or
yes, I definitely have quite a few things in the works, mainly some wholesale orders and just being able to produce in a bigger space and be able to get the product to more people and just reach more people. But yes, I got a lot of stuff I'm working on.
That's amazing. So I noticed that you just changed your packaging.
Yes, I did. So yeah, I have some here. So the ingredient labels and the top of my packaging used to, if it got wet or just like a lot of friction or heat, it would kind of smudge a little bit. So I got all new labels that are 100% waterproof and like smudge proof. So no matter what, it'll still stay there. And also the lids are metal now, so no more plastic lids. So the jars have always been glass. But the lids used to be plastic and they would crack, or just the fact that to use plastic, I was trying to get pretty much all plastic out of my packaging. So yeah, we got metal lids and smudge proof, waterproof labels.
So what is your favorite product? And don't say all of them. I'm going to make you pick your top one. I know all of them, but what's your go-to?
My go-to, I'd say, this deodorant, because I'm an athlete and I tried so many natural deodorants and they do not work, or they're natural and they still are full of seed oils and fragrances and all kinds of weird ingredients that are not actually natural. So I think that was the biggest actual problem I've solved for people is or I've helped people solve, is actually finding a natural deodorant that works and that's actually natural. So I would say that one's my biggest accomplishment so far.
But for any of our listeners that are watching this, you do have a bundle package. So if they're like, oh man, do I try the deodorant? Do I try the sunscreen? Do I try, or sun cream, I guess is what you call it. You have this bundle that includes the body butter, it includes the deodorant, the sun cream, and a lip balm. So they can get, and sample the 4 products all in one, which is, again, amazing in my eyes, because it's just like, when you're looking for that quality product and you're looking for something that is unscented, clean. I mean, it's even hard to find sunscreen. I know I went on a cruise in May and it was hard to find clean products, but not only clean products, small enough products, right?
Yes.
Because you can only fly with so much still.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the other thing. And I know your sun cream that's in that bundle is only 2 ounces, so it would easily pass for the requirement.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the bundle, yeah, it's $15 off, by the way. Like, if you get the bundle, it has the deodorant, body butter, sun cream, and lip balm. And yeah, the whole thing is like TSA approved. So, because the body butter and the sunscreen are both only 2 ounces, and then the deodorant is 3 ounces, but it's solid, so it doesn't count. And then the lip balm's only like half an ounce, so everything's good to take on a plane.
It's awesome.
So I definitely, oh, sorry, I was going to
No.
say, I definitely see other people that have attended Hack Your Health KetoCon, and they are singing your praises out here on social media, tagging you on how good the products are. Good job, because it's hard to find any clean ingredients anymore, or when they start going natural fragrances, you start going, what does that mean?
Yeah. It can be like one of a million things. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, definitely. So do you get your family involved? Are they out there in the manufacturing of everything, or who's all involved?
It's basically just me. My parents are pretty adamant about me doing it myself if I'm gonna get all the whatever. Basically, it's like my school. I've learned a lot more doing this than I have in school. Like learning how to talk to people, like networking, um, learning how to solve problems by myself. So they're pretty much like, you got a problem, like you fix it. But yeah, they're very supportive, and they've helped me build up everything I've done so far, and they also get to enjoy the product. So I think that's their favorite part.
That's great. I mean, yeah, I can just envision you going. Don't forget us when you're when you've hit the big time, right? But I also love what you stand for. I watch your social media. I follow you. You are a Texan girl at heart. And I live in Texas, and I mean, look what's behind you hanging over your bed. I mean, you are full on Texas, but you work out. I mean, I watch you work out. I mean, you're very, very involved in what do you want to do with your tennis?
So I'm committed to Texas A&M to play tennis next fall there. Thank you. So that's my next step with that. Just got to figure out how I'm gonna do that and my business. But I mean, my ultimate goal is to be a pro. So gotta figure out how to balance everything out. But yes, I'm committed to A&M to play there next fall. So
I knew I liked you.
yeah.
Funny. So anything else you want folks to know about you, about your company, about your products, anything that we just didn't ask, or that you really want to drive the point home, or anything like that?
I would say that I think it matters more than people think what they put on their body. Like people say, like, especially what you eat too. Like people always tell me, like, oh, you don't have any fun, like you're crazy, like you're way too worried about all this. Like, but I think it is fun to know what you're putting in your body and on your body. And I basically don't want to be like those people anyways that say like you're crazy basically. And I think you just got to change your mindset, because most people are either like overwhelmed with the amount of changes they need to make, or they think they should make, or they've seen that they should make. And I think it's just change one thing at a time. Start with what you put in your body, what you're eating, and then slowly from there, I think it's like people don't know how good you can feel until you feel so good that you don't want to eat the bad stuff anymore. You don't want to basically poison your body every day. So I'll just say, just start with, just be aware of what you're putting in your body and on your body, and I think it'll make a bigger difference than people think.
Yeah. For sure, it really does. So where it you said you have a lot of things in the works. Where is your next show for anyone local that is watching? Because we were discussing, my co-host, is a Texas gal. So we have several listeners down there in the area. Do you have any shows coming up, or is online the best place to go to find the products?
Yes, online's the best place right now. There's not really anything around me right now besides just the local farmers markets that I do around here, but those are pretty spread out, and I do them when I don't have a tennis tournament or some kind of a tennis event. But yes, I would say online's the best place right now. Plus, it's like getting in person because you get free shipping with the free ship 24 code. And then yes, I'm working on one really big convention next year that I can't say the name of yet, but I'll announce it pretty soon once it's confirmed. And then I will be at Hack Your Health again next year in Tampa. So.
Well, we will definitely be there too. We'll have to make sure we meet up and
Yes.
even go to dinner one night if you're not busy making tell them what you told us before we started before we went live. Tell them what happened at Hack Your Health KetoCon.
So I thought I was prepared for the full days. It was just me running my booth, so I had to get there at 7 a.m. and we pretty much left at 7 p.m. every day. So the first day was a 12-hour day, and then at the end of the day, I was like, wow, like I pretty much have like no product left. So luckily we were local and drove home, and I got up at I got like a couple hours of sleep. And I got up at 3 or 4, or actually before that, 2 or 3 in the morning, and made product all morning, packaged it as fast as I could, and just loaded it back up. And I took it for the next couple days, and I do the same thing the next night too. But I was overwhelmed by the amount of support we had there, but it was totally worth it. I was exhausted for the next couple days, but it was totally worth it.
Which is amazing. I mean, and that's just it. Your dedication and your drive. I mean, it's just amazing. With your age, many people would have been like, I'm out, I'm done, I don't have the product, But no, you ended up and you busted butt. You got up and you got the product made. You got it there, and you had 3 successful days. I mean, I've seen people surrounding your booth, and I can't tell you how many people were like, oh, this young girl at the end, you need to go test her product. And I mean, they were just raving about the product. And the other nice thing I appreciate about tallow, so you can see them over my shoulder. I used to make it on my own, but it is, when I have a job all day, I end up and I would coach in the evening, it's hard to make it. I make it more in the winter time. I'm in Nebraska, so I have winters. unlike you dear friends down south that, you're still 80 degrees and
we just have our random ice storms in the middle of January.
Right.
I'm up here where we have several months, dry, cracked skin. The tallow body cream ends up and comes in wonderful when, the fingertips start to crack, and I love it. Right. But I don't always have time to make it on my own. So being able to source that is amazing. And it just really provides a lot of relief for us dear friends that are further north in the wintertime. So being able to get it now, and have it ready to go when winter comes is phenomenal. But like I said, you bust your butt, you have the passion, you are just so dedicated behind the company, making it a go, even on times where it may seem very overwhelming, you still end up and shine through. I mean, that just showed through and through when you pulled it out at KetoCon and made 3 days of success.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't really know what happened, but I'm just, I'm thankful for God to give me the brain to be able to be aware of what I'm doing at a young age, I guess. But it seems crazy that I can, or not me, but just I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I just feel like I was like meant to um, share this, especially with young people, because most people have no idea what they're doing and what they're doing to their body. So
Now, do your peers, what do they think?
most people think I'm crazy. Most people make fun of me, but that's fine. I don't
Really?
care. Uh, they think like, yeah, you're crazy. Like you can't have any fun. Which I'm like, I try to explain it in a fun way. You know, I'm not just like hating on everything they're doing, but um, yeah, most people think I'm crazy, but that's fine. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but you definitely have a good message. And I think the thing that impressed me the most when I came up to your booth was how articulate you were. You were very, you knew your product inside and out. And I walked away impressed. And that was the thing. I mean, I think it was Becky that came and said, "Oh my goodness, you have to go talk to Jennifer." Like, that's what we were hearing on the floor with other people. And it became, and of course, everybody's like, "She's 18. Oh my goodness, like go talk to her." And you instantly, I did anyway, literally forgot that you were 18 because you like I said, articulate, you've got a good product. I was very impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, and also about the people making fun of you thing, David Goggins is one of my favorite people that I listen to all the time, and he always says friction is growth. So when they say like whatever they were gonna say, like that just it basically means you're doing something right, and also it's just more motivating to keep doing it. So
Awesome.
Absolutely. And I love how authentic you are. Like I said, I follow your social media and the things you post, I'm like, right on, sister. Like absolutely. Like keep posting that stuff. Like and you don't back down. I mean, it's how how you your dedication to every aspect of your life, it comes through. And again, good job.
thank you, appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, we definitely shared the link and make sure here I'll end up and create it into a banner. So say make sure that you use the code free ship 24 so that you guys get the free shipping. I know Jennifer just said I bought your lip balm at Hack Your Health this year. I really love it. I need to try your deodorant now, as I have yet to find one that really works very well. So
Awesome. Yes, definitely try it. I mean, it works. It works pretty good.
just saying I have comments over on Instagram too saying I've got the body cream and yeah.
That's awesome.
So
I love it. Yeah, I'm about to put an order in, Jennifer. So unless you want to drop it off to me on your way up into my area,
It's getting too cold up there now. We're done for the year.
that darn. But no, I mean, I'm definitely, yeah. I mean, you definitely have a fan in us, and you've got a lot of fans out there. And we would love to have you back after you bring out some more products, if you would be willing to come back on and talk about them. And just again, and for those that follow, let me put it in the chat here. They can follow you at, hold on, let me grab the Instagram link real quick.
Yeah,
while you guys are talking.
I have some new products coming out in pretty near future that I'm excited about. I've been using them for a while, but I just wanted to perfect them before I put them on my website.
So any sneak reveal of what these new products may be?
One of them is a simpler type of face tallow cream. So even though I use that one on my face too, and most people do, but the next one is a little simpler ingredients. So basically just three ingredients, tallow and two special ingredients. And then also shampoo and conditioner bars, which I've been using for a while that I love. So it's helped my hair and my scalp a lot, and it's also made with tallow and no packaging. So also you'd be surprised if a bar of shampoo and conditioner in the shower lasts like 3 times as long as one bottle, and there's no waste. So
Well, I was gonna say, because when you get the bottle of shampoo and conditioner, it's mostly water anyway. And
Yes.
so I've used bars with other companies, so I'll be excited to end up and try yours too. Um, because yeah, you get it wet, you rub it in your hands, you wash your hair. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
it seems weird, but it works good. And yeah, the laundry detergent's the same thing. It's like 90% water and then like 10% chemicals you can't pronounce. So
mhm.
yeah, the powder is just pure good. Just one scoop per load and you're good to go.
And like you said, the ingredients, I mean, it's baking soda, washing soda, Epsom salt, and then if you get it scented or not. So, I mean, you pick up some bottles of laundry detergent or even dishwasher for that matter, and it's
Mhm.
like, I can't read this. And you're putting that on your clothes, you're putting that on your dishes. And that doesn't get all, I don't care whether you use a dishwasher or not, it doesn't all rinse off, right?
Yeah.
So part of that residue is still left on those plates, and then you're putting your food on those plates.
Yeah, I
And
was about to say that. I watched a little study of how much like basic or even Dawn like hand washing. But yeah, the little laundry detergent, I mean dishwasher detergent pods like Cascade or whatever that you put in there, and the wrapping around them is also plastic. So it's putting microplastics and it doesn't clean off all those chemicals. So you're basically putting a bunch of stuff in dyes because they're like red and blue. So you got dyes, chemicals, and microplastics just like covering your dishes, and then you eat that when you put food on it. So
and the other thing that I want to share with people too is, not only did we provide you a link to our website, but on the products you have a subscribe and save too.
yes,
So get these products shipped to your door. You no longer have to go to the box store to buy them. They're automatically at your door. And what better way, right? End up and put them on that subscribe and save, have them come on rotation. Keep yourself out of those stores too, because even just walking into, I could get on a whole rampage of walking into the stores, the fluorescent lighting, the fragrances, the smell. I mean, we could go on and on, right?
yes.
But yeah, so
Yeah, definitely
definitely.
the deodorant and the sunscreen and the, lip balm, the body butter, the both detergents, they all have, subscription options and also with, like, different time frames. So if you want 1 bag a month of laundry detergent or every 2 months or, if you want to stick a deodorant a month or 2 a month, there's all kinds of options. So and it also gives you 10% off, so
That's awesome.
Um, I was going to ask you, you had posted on your social on Instagram, you were picking a berry.
yes.
What was that?
So that was wild Texas persimmon. So they're basically like fat blueberries. They grow on our ranch here in Texas. They grow in central, east, and a little bit of South Texas. They're I we're the only tallow company, or pretty much any company that I know of, that has that in our products. So they're extremely anti or full of antioxidants and extremely anti-inflammatory. So it's in all four of our products, like in the sample bundle. So deodorant, lip balm, sun cream, and body butter. They all four have wild Texas persimmon. But yeah, like I said, they're full of antioxidants and they're anti-inflammatory. But yeah, the whole tree used to be used as a natural remedy. The Native Americans would chew the bark on the trees to aid with heartburn, and they'd eat the berries as, I mean, just normal food, but also medicine because they're so anti-inflammatory.
That's wild. We have wild Chickasaw plums growing on our property. I don't know if
Mhm.
you've seen those or not, but that's very big. It was very big with the Native Americans as well.
Interesting. Yeah, there's all kinds of natural remedies that we don't know about, but it's pretty cool to learn about them.
It definitely is. Sometime you'll have to come up and pick a bunch off of our property and see what you can do with those.
Yeah, maybe that's a good product. They're actually they taste good to eat too. They look a little bit weird, but when they're kind of like a not as sweet blueberry, like a prickly pear kind of, but they taste pretty good. But yeah, I get them, I freeze, or well, I peel them first so the skin's not all in there, and then I cook them down to like a kind of like a jam, so it's liquid, and then I strain it out so it's like pure, and then I freeze it and I use it in our products.
Girl, that's a lot of work.
To say the love and labor that goes into these products.
Yes, and I can only pick them once a year, so that video is my one day of picking them a year. I pick as many as I can, and I freeze them so they'll last all year. But yeah, I have like mini buckets full that I'm gonna like render down that are frozen right now. So I only get one time a year to pick them, but they last all year. So
I love
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was seeing that, and it's like, hey, I hadn't seen those before. But again, I'm further north than you are, so I don't think they grow up here, right?
I don't think so. I think from what I've seen, it's just mainly Central Texas, and then a little bit East Texas, and a little bit of South Texas.
Gotcha. Well, gosh, Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about your products. And you're just an amazing person, and you are definitely going to go far. And yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all. I'm glad I met y'all, and I think it's awesome what y'all are doing too. So, I'll see you at Hack Your Health next year.
Absolutely.
If we don't have you on sooner.
Yes, that's true. Yes, I'll be back, and to hopefully announce some new products. I'll have to send them to y'all so you can try them out. But yeah, I'll be back.
Absolutely. And I'll be anxiously awaiting the big reveal that you can't quite reveal yet, but we'll be waiting to hear.
Yes,
Definitely.
I'm excited to announce it. I wish I could say it, but well, it'll be awesome. Hopefully,
Well,
y'all
the teaser. We got a teaser right now. So that's good.
yes, you're the first to hear. Hopefully, y'all can come join too.
Absolutely. That's funny.
Yeah. All righty. Well, any final words that you want to share?
I'm good. I just
Awesome.
encourage people to make small changes and see what happens, because it's pretty eye opening actually when you figure out everything, when you get into all the different stuff like grounding and sun and the powers of like natural actual healing instead of medicine, and what the big food corporations are actually doing to us. But um, I think it's pretty cool when you can be aware of it and make changes and actually see a difference. So I would encourage people to make small changes and figure out or kind of find out what you don't know. But once you figure it out, it's pretty cool. You also meet some pretty cool people, because that was my favorite part of Hack Your Health, was everyone there was pretty much on the same, like some people knew more than others, or some people were there to learn, but pretty much everyone, it was kind of the joke that like everyone here doesn't think I'm crazy. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool the people you meet when you meet people that are on a real path to health and improving themselves for real.
Absolutely. Well, wonderful.